Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney, and this is my island Saren, my new enchanted forest wishy island. Today I'm going to go villager hunting. If you guys are curious, Lopez was the one to ask to leave. I didn't build a new plot or anything. He asked, so I let him. But before we go villager hunting, I decided I'm going to work a little bit on my entrance. Just mostly terraforming since I don't have a whole lot of items yet. So this is the area I'm going to be working with. I don't really have a plan about how I'm going to terraform it. I'm just going to get started and see what shape it would start to take. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my entrance. I barely know what I want to do with my island, but first I needed to pick up some apples to get rid of some of the rocks. I just knew for this island I wanted to have some cliffs, water, and all that fun stuff. So I opened up my Island Designer app to start building cliffs. I knew the entrance I want to have a bunch of cliffs to try to make the resident services seem far away. I'm not going to do all the landscaping because I do have that open plot, and landscaping is very tedious. But to figure out where I wanted, how I wanted the cliff to look at the entrance, I decided to start putting down the path. I picked this nice little brown at the path. I'm not really 100% sure what month the season to be in. I was thinking more of fall since it is becoming autumn. But I'm not 100%. But I started landscaping, trying to figure out what I was going to do. I would occasionally just stop to see how it was looking compared to where you get off at the leave the airport. And then I seen a bottle, so of course I got sidetracked. And I was just walking around trying to figure out how far I want this to go, because I don't want to completely do cliffs this layer clip everywhere. I do want you to have inclines and weave on through like it's an actual forest. I thought about closing it off so you have to take stairs at the entrance, but I decided I didn't want to do that. I just want to have a little pathway so you could leave instead of taking stairs onto the cliff to make a beeline for the resident services. But I decided on the other side I was going to close it off for the time being. So you could only have that one way to go unless I add stairs. I don't know if I'm going to add the incline yet. Well, add the actual entrance. But I find it easier to start building cliffs by kind of building the outline of it before you start filling it in. So I'm over here trying to figure out the shape and seeing how it would look if I curved all the edges. And I had to dig up the fossil because it was in my way. And then I walked over to resident services to try figuring out where the incline will go to resident services from the cliff. I think I'm going to try to make the incline be as centered as possible with the door of resident services. But we'll have to see. I might change that later. I do not add the incline in this video. I did leave a spot for the incline just in case I decide to. And then I just did one side and then I jumped to the other, trying to figure out what I'm doing. I eventually decided that curving all those out did not look as good as I wanted, so I went ahead and jumped over to fix that. And I have Kicks in the background. I haven't talked to him yet. Okay, and then I went over to see how much of a distance it was to see if this is actually going to work from the resident services to the airport. And I decided it was fine, so I kept on going. I thought about doing it completely around resident services, but I decided against it. And I just time skipped to fix my path and have the clips done, because watching me build clips is not exactly the most fun, thrilling thing to do. If you guys do want me to not edit me doing clips, please let me know if you want to see how it's done or whatever, because it is a very tedious process. I decided I'm going to add a moon at the entrance. I did get this moon from a treasure island, so I didn't get it legitimately or anything. And I just kind of walked down to see if it was lined with the airport. And I decided it needed to be scooted over just like an inch. And then I hopped back up, and I decided I want to do that design where you put the Zen bridge going behind the moon so you can see it from the entrance, and it kind of give you this beautiful little backdrop kind of thing. So I went ahead and started waterscaping. I don't know if I'm going to have an actual river going anywhere or not. I'm going to say probably not, unless that changes. So I just over here mapping out my water, trying to figure out where the bridge is going to go. And then when I finished, I kind of looked over and seen it wasn't as even with the moon as I wanted it to be, so I closed one. Then I decided to hop over to grab my bridge to see if it'll work after checking it out from the ground. I went ahead to grab my bridge to see if it would actually be able to be built there, as well as the money required to pay it off, because I did go to Treasure Islands, so now I am not broke. So I'm doing the Zen Bridge because the Zen Bridge happens to be my favorite bridge in Animal Crossing. And there's all the money I have from the Treasure Islands. Okay, so I went back up to see how the bridge would look. I thought it looked perfect. I was worried the bridge would have been one of those like too small for the area. And of course Tom had to call me to see how the bridge was, because it's the first bridge I actually purchased. Okay, and then I decided to go ahead and pay off the bridge so it could be built the next day. And after I finish paying this off, I'm gonna go ahead and start villager hunting. I don't really have any villagers I would want. Like, I don't have a whole dreamy list. I'm going off of vibes and anything that I would think will match my enchanted foresty witch island. And if I think someone will work better than a villager I own, they might get kicked out. We'll have to see how that works. One of the worst part about villager hunting though is the dialogue with Orville. He just won't ever stop talking. When he knows I want to go villager hunting, that's the only time I ever want to see him. Or go to Treasure Islands, but villager hunting I go to a lot more. On all these islands, I am gonna get my message in bottles, but that's it. I'm not gonna grab any materials, or I'm not gonna check for my item and trees. Just the bottle, because this might take a minute. And I have Sly. Sly is okay. He's not my favorite alligator, but he also doesn't fit the vibe, so I'm gonna be leaving him behind. Hey, and it's sad that there's no message in the bottle here, but that's okay. Yep, I'm ready. Okay, and then I decided I'm going to go to my Redeem Nook Miles to get my Via Shop recipes thing. So while I'm doing this, I have the chance of getting a recipe to cook with instead of just furniture I might already have. Nana's cute. Fortunately, pink is just not really the vibe. Not a huge fan of any of the pink villagers, to be honest, but pink is honestly one of my least favorite colors anyways, so. And this does have a message in the bottle. How awesome. And I already own it. I'm just gonna drop the 2 recipes I already know, so I don't have to carry it around anymore. Okay, let's move on to the next island. They should really let you have the option with Wilbur to let you just go to the next island so you don't have to go back to your own. And I did change my outfit, in case you haven't noticed. I did find this cute little ensemble in Abel's, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it on forever. I will probably find a better one later down the line. It is cute for the time being though. On this island we have Azalea. Azalea's cute. I like her color scheme, and her color scheme being all pastel-y does make her work. Unfortunately, she is a rhino, and I don't think you'll really find any rhinos in a forest, I wouldn't say. So I'm not going to take her today. Maybe eventually I will, but she is really cute. So let's go on to the next island. On to the next island. We have, is that Darwin, that blue duck? Think so. He's cute. Doesn't really match the vibe or aesthetic. Maybe one day I'll take him, but today is just not gonna be that day. what to see. If you guys have any villager suggestions to take on my island, let me know, because I don't have a list whatsoever. I wouldn't mind getting Kiki on this hunt, or Ione. I would like to have. My favorite villager type is normal, so I might end up getting a lot of normals. I also wouldn't mind having Bo. Bo is kind of cute. Or Poppy. Thinking those might be my top picks. But if I don't find them, it's not that big of a deal, because there's always more that would fit. And we have Sister Fruit Island. I thought about picking all these fruit, but to sell, just for Nook my attacks. But I decided I'm not going to, because Kid completely ruined my day. Not taking. Don't get me wrong, Kid's cute. He just doesn't fit the vibe. So let's go ahead and go to the next island to see who's my next disappointment is gonna be. We have Bob. Bob is really cute. I am just unfortunately not going to get him. For the sole reason he is purple. And not even it's kind of like a dark purple. I mean, the dark purple could fit, but also the outside of his house would not fit real well. And even though I know I could change it with Happy Home Paradise, it's a lot of work getting to that point, and I'm not sure if I'm going to actually do it. So I'm going to skip on him. Maybe later down the line I would decide to go back for him. This hunt is honestly not going that bad. I haven't gotten too many uglies. Watch me completely just jinx myself though. We have, Celia. Celia is actually really cute. I never had her on an island. Maybe one day I will. And I'm gonna dig up this fossil, just because it's Nook my attacks, and maybe it'll be something I don't already have in the museum. It'd be nice to complete the museum, but I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to do it, just because I get bored of islands and reset it, and doing the museum is just gonna take a lot of time. Okay, let's go to the next island to see who we are possibly gonna receive. The next island is going to have somebody. If Wilbur stops talking so I can see who it is. I'm gonna have. Is that? I don't know if you guys know this. You can probably guess if you see my banner on my YouTube account. But Poppy is my favorite all-time villager. I wasn't really gonna go on my way to hunt for her. I also has her amiibo. So if I really wanted her on this island, I would have just scanned her, and if I didn't find her, I don't see her on a whole lot of islands. But she is definitely coming. I can I don't think I could ever pass up Poppy no matter the theme. It would break my heart too much doing so. So yes, please come stay. I am so happy with this. How many tickets was it? I believe it was only 10? 10 tickets? So not that much tickets at all. I've only been hunting for like 30 minutes or so. Yeah, 10 tickets. Wow. That was not as long of a hunt as I thought it would be. Let's go home and let's check out the plot where Poppy's gonna be staying at. And then I guess this is gonna wrap up the video. Wrapping it up on a very good note. So let's go see what Poppy is gonna be living for the time being. And then you can see all the cliff I built. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you haven't, I'm sorry. But please like and subscribe anyways. I would appreciate it. And since I had to go all the way around the cliff to see her house. Poppy's new home. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. For my journey of building my cliffs at my entrance and getting Poppy. Until next time, bye.